We've been waiting for you.
I've started recording. Let's get into it.
Ah,
Get
so we
into it.
started. I think we
Yes,
need to
we've
hear
started.
action or something
Action.
so we
Oh
know we
my
started.
god,
Okay, there we
guys.
go.
Freaking hell, lads.
Welcome back, guys. Or welcome, I should say, because are we? Is this technically our first series?
Dude,
Our first episode?
vanilla chocolate hasn't been here before, so this is our first.
Okay, I guess we can make this our first official episode then.
Yes.
So welcome, not welcome back. Welcome
They
to
don't care.
Unorthodox
Okay, cool.
Opinions.
Yeah. What are we talking about today, guys? Do you not want to introduce yourself?
Not really, no.
No,
I feel like
you. God.
I don't know who you talking to.
The
Talking
only
about me.
the only person we've never spoke to here.
So you want me to do my own introduction?
Right? And, like, what kind of host are you?
And like, what is this? What kind of operation are you running here?
Dude, okay.
You want me to do your job for
This
you?
is vanilla chocolate or
Then
chocolate
said,
vanilla.
Introduce yourself.
Vanilla chocolate. Yeah, he's joining us on our very own unorthodox opinions, I guess. And yeah, what's today's topic? What's today's topic?
Why are you trying to make other people do your job?
I'm
You're
saying
supposed to
Arrow.
be hosting.
Yeah, we're hosting
Aren't
together.
you the
So
host?
we're both the
I don't remember
hosts.
agreeing to this.
Wait, we're all the hosts. What are you guys talking
Who
about?
agreed to
Not the
this?
host. I don't know what's going on.
You're
Okay,
leading
fair.
today's session.
Okay.
You're literally in the middle.
I'm not. Arrow's in the middle. All right, so we're talking about The Flash, the new movie that came out. I'm sure everyone's got their opinion on it.
I mean, I don't think it we needs to. I think this goes without saying, but spoiler alert. I guess I feel
Yeah.
like we shouldn't have to, but
We shouldn't
probably
have
should
to,
still
yeah.
make the disclaimer
Yeah.
just in case for those people who would be like, "Oh, you didn't warn me there were gonna be spoilers."
I mean, if
What will we actually be spoiling though?
that's a good
That's a fair
point.
point.
That's,
Genuine question. What will we actually be spoiling?
that's a fair
That's
point.
a good point.
No, don't say that because honestly, I feel like some people really enjoyed that.
But
And
what? If you were trying to spoil me
I'm
something,
trying to figure out what kind of people that would be.
what do you mean, people who like movies? That's who enjoyed it.
Oh,
what should I call you guys?
that might be an insult on people who like movies. I'm gonna be honest.
What
Okay,
should I call you guys?
I'm unknown.
And I'm Arrow.
He's Arrow.
Unknown and Arrow. I'm definitely gonna get that wrong and use your real name.
That's fine. That's
I
fine.
already have.
Okay, so
yeah,
let's
sorry.
start with something basic. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you guys rate that? Each give your. Actually, should we? Let's break into 3 categories, okay? Creativity. What's the I guess storytelling.
Are you making this up as you going along? What's happening?
Yeah, of course I am. Of course I am. That's the point, because we have to give a valid opinion, don't we? Because I don't want you guys to just be like, yeah, 7, or like, yeah, like 6 or whatever. So I want you to break down what you thought it was and what areas you thought were good and what areas you think really let you down. So in terms of creativity, I mean, that's kind of broad, isn't it? So let's do visual effects, storytelling, and okay, how important was it to their story in terms of, you know how Marvel, like when they release Thor, it's like it adds
Oh,
to the
wow, how
bigger
important
story.
is it
Yeah,
to
the
the
timeline.
biggest
Yeah,
picture?
exactly. So who wants to start off?
I mean, I'll
Storytelling,
start off.
visual effects.
Storytelling,
Yeah.
1. Visual effects.
No, we're not saying count up to 10. I'm just saying your skill of 1 to 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, on a scale of 1
Yeah,
to 10?
1 being the worst and 10 being the
Okay,
best.
storytelling 2.
Okay. Okay.
I'll give it 2. Visual effects. You know, I'll give visual effects 4. Simply because
you can't say
just
you know
for-
what actually and then give it a 4. Like
Originally, I was gonna give it 2 as well, but I remember I really liked the way they did the going back in time thing with the sphere.
oh, in the like little bubble.
in the little bubble thing. I
Okay,
really
okay,
liked
yeah,
how they did that.
okay.
That's literally what carried it for me.
I
If
wasn't a
otherwise,
fan
they
of
would
that.
have got a
I
two.
wasn't a fan of that.
I really liked the way they did
I
that.
didn't, I didn't like that either.
Yeah, I wasn't a massive fan of that.
Uh,
It's 1 out of
That's
three in
awkward.
bed.
yeah,
1 out of 3 in bed.
you gave it a 4 as well.
Oh snap! What does that mean about us?
This is not looking good.
And wait, what was the last one?
Over,
Significance.
yeah, significance here to the story,
To the story.
to the bigger picture, I guess.
I might have to say 0
Whoa.
because I feel like
So out of
actually,
30,
actually,
no
you
wait,
know what?
out of 30,
I'm
you're
gonna
giving
say,
it a
I'm gonna say,
6.
I'm gonna say 2 because I was gonna say I feel like the story they told isn't anything we don't already know. But I'm thinking of it like if you're thinking of it from the point of view of someone that's never actually like watched a Flash story or never watched
Yeah.
the series,
I think, yeah,
that
you're
doesn't
talking
know
about from
anything
the
about the
series, aren't
Flash.
you?
No, no, no. I'm just saying in general,
Yeah.
but that's what I'm saying. Now, if I'm looking at it from the point of view of someone that knows absolutely nothing about the Flash and watches the movie for the first time, then bigger picture to the story, I'll say, literally, I can sum up everything they did in like 10 seconds. So it feels like it. They could, if they really wanted to, in the actual movie, they could have done that and introduced everything, all he's capable of in like 2 minutes and just kept it pushing. So I don't really think it was
Do,
that important
do
to
you
the
know why I
story.
think makes it worse is that we've seen that the other YouTuber like ridiculed the Flash series and absolutely
But the thing
destroy it.
is, as well, though, like as much as it ridicules the Flash series, I feel like the Flash series does all of that so much better than the movie did, as well. So if I was looking at it from the point of view of someone that's watched the Flash series and watching the movie, everything in that movie is getting a 0.
If what? Sorry, if you hadn't seen the Flash series.
No, I'm saying if you're looking at it from the point of view of someone that has seen the Flash
Oh
series
yeah,
and then goes to watch the movie, everything in that movie is getting a 0.
but then the Flash series isn't that great either, is it?
It's not, but it's better than the movie.
I mean,
In terms of like you telling me in terms of visual effects, the Flash series ain't better than the movie. In terms of story, the Flash series
I
ain't better
think
than the
I
movie.
I think in terms of visual effects, when they go back in time, the Flash series looks better when they go
Even
back
when
in
he's
time.
running, the movie only freaking shows him running in like straight lines, and it's like
Oh, true, yeah.
the funny thing is when he gets ready to run, he looks like he hits the nastiest dabs. It's like
Dude, it's so dumb.
it's. I, have you seen his running form as well? I was like, what? This
Crap.
cannot be aerodynamic. What is this? Please, someone take him to a running
Crap.
track or something.
Does he
And
have to run like that? Because
I
he
think
literally
he
walks like
someone
that.
needed to have given like he needs a coach. Like he needs a track and field coach first. That's what he should have
He
started
needs to
with.
move his arms. He doesn't need to move his arms, does he? Why would you move
Did
your arm?
do you
Move
know
your
the point where you saw how Trash's running form was? I think you know in the when they were at the just after he lost his powers and he was just
Yeah,
finding out, and he did the running form in real life,
yeah.
in real time, and it's just like, what are you doing?
Do you know what killed me? It was when the little kid, runs out the house because his mom just got killed, and she said like his dad said call 999 or whatever, and he runs out of the house,
And he runs at the house,
and the way he
and
was
like the
running,
phone's not there.
that's like, what is this kid doing? And the way he ran, he was like very bow legged, and I was like, this kid is not the Flash. This just
I told you
it just
he needs to fix his run. He should have started by fixing his running form first.
so obviously you've given it 8 out of 30. So
Yeah,
that's
pretty
like
much.
poor from you. Like you don't want to see that again.
Absolutely not.
Okay, cool. What about
Like
vanilla
honestly,
chocolate?
at the beginning of the movie, I first thought like if I didn't see the name of the movie, I would have thought it was a Justice League movie
Fairs.
because literally it started with him showing pretty much every member of the Justice League still alive, and I'm like, isn't this supposed to be a Flash movie? Why,
Yeah.
why you're here?
Yeah, like the focus fell elsewhere.
Mm.
So what would you give it? Vanilla chocolate.
Right. So for storytelling, I wrote when/where. For visual effects, I wrote CW Flash level. And And then for significance to the bigger picture, I wrote unnecessary. There is no story.
Honestly, though, I feel like he's not wrong because
It really isn't. Or,
it really isn't. Like, if you think about everything that happened in that story, it's nothing we haven't seen before. If you watched it, even if you haven't watched the series, I could have explained that movie to you in less than a minute.
Like, what changes from the start of the story to the end of the story?
Because literally, as soon as plus, even if you've never watched the Flash movie, if you watched a superhero movie, especially if you watched like the Avengers movie, like if you were into like I would assume you were into like watching. Otherwise, I don't know what would compel you to watch the Flash movie if you're not into superhero movies.
yeah.
But if you're into superhero movies, you would have watched like the last Avengers movie, which is all about like travel as well, which basically just explains everything you need to know for you. And it's like as soon as he's thinking about, oh, I'm gonna go back and save my mom,
Yeah,
he's
but
like, dude, I know you're gonna come back and fix everything anyway. Can we just skip this part and
yeah,
just
but
you
you have to understand it's different universes. So different universes can have different rules. And
different universes, different rules, but the same outcome is that's what I mean. Like
yeah,
the same
yeah.
because so you can basically say that whole movie was just
I
to
think
explain
I
how their version of time travel works.
I think he grew as a character by the end of it. To go back to Chocolate's point, I really did. I think it obviously it was something we've seen before, but you think about it, he was very adamant on I need to like keep my mother alive, and by the end of it, he just goes, "All right, cool, she has to die, but I want to keep my dad out of prison," which is growth.
Yeah, so he grew, but not that much because he still has a little bit of fixing to do. Because at the end, Bruce Wayne didn't look like Bruce Wayne, did he?
Yeah, but that's just because they're just being, I don't know, DC, you know? I don't know. I don't know what they were like. I don't know. I don't know. I don't even want to give my scores. I want to hear the reasoning behind why there was no story for Vanilla.
There was no story because there was no reason for this movie to happen. I don't.
I mean,
So
you
I
could
thought
say
it was.
maybe it's like a prereq, kind of like how Marvel does like introduces their new superheroes
Yeah.
before they do the big collab and stuff. So
Yeah,
you
but
can
we.
say give it the benefit of the doubt and say maybe that is for that. So for
I mean,
example, now if you have like a maybe there's gonna be like a new Superman or Superwoman movie where they then find what's her name, Kara, and because he obviously knows where she is now, they then go find her and save her, and now she's joining the Justice League team, and it's like, oh, okay, well now that's kind of something from the Flash movie that they introduced a little bit.
Kara wouldn't exist, would she?
No, I don't know if obviously I think maybe she can possibly still exist because obviously it just says that she was kept in a Russian bunker. If Clark never really even knew she survived, then he wouldn't be looking for her. So if now that Flash knows about that, he can maybe look in the present of his present and then look to see if she's actually still, actually landed and is being kept because she was kept in there for time. So I don't know. She might still be alive. She might not. They can literally go like whatever direction they want with it.
I mean, okay, Kara.
What would you say,
So
sorry?
basically, at the end of it, it's still not about Flash.
Th-
I just feel like
I'm thinking.
you're
I'm thinking.
thinking. Dude,
I'm
Honestly,
thinking.
you're constantly thinking like you just
yeah,
incomplete.
it's a hard movie to judge because you want to give it the benefit of the doubt, but it's
I
not
don't.
giving you a lot. Yeah, but it's not giving you a lot.
No, honestly, I think
I mean, yeah, go on. No.
no. I mean, if you're gonna say something, you can say it.
Yeah, I guess the point about him saving his dad is kind of the only significant outcome of the movie.
Yeah, But even then, that feels like it was almost like
Yeah, I think for me, anyway, I think like, but I don't know what you're trying to say, but for me, I think just the fact that I've already watched the series made the movie feel like a waste of time. Like as much as I try to look at it from like a point of view of someone who's never watched the movie, who've never watched the series. Sorry, I have watched the series, so it's not easy to look at it from that point of view of not watching the series. And if you have watched the series, watching the movie feels like a waste of time because there's literally absolutely nothing in the movie that wasn't covered in the series.
yeah. But the thing is, for me, like the series and the movie, they both just annoy me about how much like they limit the Flash as a
But
superhero.
in terms of like just storytelling, I would say I'd actually
Yeah, no,
really like the series
yeah, but the
because
only
for
reason
me,
is
I
because it
watched the
makes him look like
series.
an idiot.
I watched the series until like I don't remember what season I stopped, but I mean, spoiler alert, I guess. Actually, let me not spoiler, but I stopped watching it when a certain character died, and then I just never went back to it. So I was well, like good into like at least 5 seasons into the series, so I was really invested in it. So watching the movie is like there's nothing new in this movie. There's absolutely it's like watching like watching a new Spider-Man movie
Yeah.
of like saying, okay, yeah, we know he gets bit by a spider, Uncle Ben dies, moving on. What else you got?
Yeah, but it can still, even though you know the story, it can still be told in a way that's interesting.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
That's
the
how
point we're getting
like the
at.
Spider-Man movies do that right, do that
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
especially with like
Yeah.
the three variations. They tell different stories, even though they have the same start and the same origin, and they do
yeah.
that.
But
But as soon as that
e-
part's over, they tell different
even
stories,
with the three spiders, they Spider Man, they still feel like different versions of Spider
different
Man.
versions.
Do you get what I mean?
But
It's like
this
one's really
Flash one doesn't.
childish and really playful. The other one's really like serious and like kind of not as playful. And then the middle one is like he's like that kind of cocky boy teen that's like, yeah, I'm not a nerd. Like it's like it's he's got that arrogance to him, and it's like it's still the same story, but it's
Yeah,
different
but
type
just
as like. And this movie just felt like it was like for me, I liked the suit in general. I think that was the main
I
thing I
did.
liked. I don't know why, but
What?
I liked the
Yeah,
suit.
I
I
didn't
think the
like the
suit looked
suit.
all right. I
I
thought the
didn't
suit.
like this dude.
I
You didn't
didn't
like the
like the
suit.
suit.
I think you know what.
No.
I think we
It looked
saw.
like it looked like he was CGI'd into the suit.
You know, the what's it called, Justice League, Zack Snyder cut. At
Mm,
the end, they showed the end credit scenes, and it was the Flash, and he had like his face fully covered.
yeah,
Yeah, I like that suit a lot because it's a little bit more like I think
but that's not the suit he's wearing in
yeah,
the
I know that's
movie.
not the suit he's wearing in the movie, but I like that suit more. That's the only suit I would think I like more. I thought this suit was, even though it looked like kind of like robotic in a sense, it was like kind of like heavy and chunky. I still prefer it to the leather tight suit. Do you get what I mean?
I get what you mean, but I
Yeah,
didn't like the
like
suit.
I just prefer it to that.
Like the design of it is not like personally. It's not. I didn't really like the design of it.
But you like the bubble when he's running backwards. I don't get
I
that.
like the
What is
bubble
that?
when he's
What is
running.
that though? That's so.
I
Do you-
think it's just it kind of just it reminds me of like if you for example if you had like access to be able to like just use like the mouse button, like not the mouse button but like the little button thing on a controller to like control like if you to like scroll around to like
Oh yeah, yeah.
choose something. That's kind of what it reminds me of,
Yeah, but the
and
reason
I don't know, I
I
kind of
don't
like that.
I don't like it because it felt like he had to think of a certain place he wanted to go, and then he would just be in that bubble, and it was like they were
No, so
showing
that's
him.
what
Yeah, but they were
no
showing him moving quickly or constantly running, and the time lapse was like really slow. It was like almost seconds. Like that was the bit that
because
was
no
quite.
there's because that's the thing there's but at least for the way I seen it anyway, there's different parts of it where it's like. So, for example, when he's close to getting to where he needs to be, then the time lapse slows down, and then it feels like it's ticking seconds, so you can choose the right moment. But when he's trying to actually get to like the general, like the general part of like the timeline, he goes quickly, and then it skips to that part, and then it kind of slows it down a little bit to get to the right place.
Yeah. For someone who
But that's
could
how
run
I
back in
saw it.
time, and to run back in time, you have to be going really quickly, right?
Mm.
Why, when he was fighting, he didn't feel like he was going? Not, I'm not trying to say run that quickly, but at least run close to that speed. Do you get what I mean? Like you wouldn't lose at that point.
I mean, to be fair, he was fighting Kryptonians, which they all basically have super speed anyway, so
Yeah, but
it's
that's
kind
my
of
point. That's
redundant.
what annoys me
I'm
as
like, you're
well.
basically
Oh
just
my
fighting
god,
normal people
that's
now.
what annoys me as well because, like, if you're gonna have a character called the Flash, it
I'm
should
like,
be the fastest thing ever. Like
why would you
ever.
put him up against an
Superman should be
army of
fast, but
people
he
who have
shouldn't be
super
as
speed?
fast. Exactly. Superman and the Kryptonians should not be as fast. Like they just shouldn't be. Like it just makes no sense for them to be able to keep. Like if your one ability is
The
super
thing is, well,
speed,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You know what I don't get is like he can run fast enough to like run faster than the speed of light, fast enough to go back in time,
yeah,
but somehow he still like struggles to be Superman in a foot race or like
yeah. Like
just be faster
why?
than like Kryptonians in a fight. I'm like, how is that? I know they have super speed, but you should be quicker,
Yeah,
relatively speaking.
their super speed should just be like super to us. Like damn, that's quick. Like that's what their
Yeah.
super speed should be like. It should be. And he super speed should be like, yeah, I didn't see that. Like, do you get what I mean? Like,
Like even Superman, like him run, like Superman should be able to just about catch a glimpse of him,
yeah, yeah,
not just be able to actually fully see what he's doing.
yeah. I think they had a scene as well where like, in was it in no, it was in Justice League where like he was trying to come up behind Superman and Superman just kind of like spider sensed it and like just super speeded, and I was like, like Superman is the most ridiculous thing,
Oh,
and it's
speaking
like
of, you
Kara as
reminded me as
well.
well. That's one of my pet peeves of like even the series or like any of the like anytime the Flash is portrayed, is when an enemy somehow like apparently they
Anticipates where
just
he's going.
yeah, that's what I'm like. How first of all, how is that possible that they can anticipate where you're going? Second of all, even if they can anticipate where you're going, they shouldn't be able to catch you off guard because you should see their attack coming and still be able to dodge it because
Literally,
you've got super speed. Everyone's moving in slow motion for you.
I'm just like the inconsistency is ridiculous. Like Kara, she's basically Superman, right?
Yeah,
We identify that she's basically Superman, regardless of whatever,
maybe
right?
not the same power level as Superman, but kind of.
Similar enough, right? And now
Yeah,
she's got two speedsters with her
yeah.
to defeat what's his name, Goron or whatever his name is.
Who?
To
Oh, the
yeah, what's his name?
General Zog.
Yeah, General
So
Zog. That's it, General Zog. To defeat him, like you've got two speedsters and a Supergirl. I don't know what Batman's doing. First of all, he's just running around headlessly, like.
He was flying a
No,
jet.
he
He
can
was
have
flying a
fun. If
jet.
he wants to go play on a jet, he can go play on a jet because he's not helping anyone. I don't get what he thought he was doing. Did you
You
see the
know what's
moment where
funny as
he?
well? You know what's funny is though, like throughout that whole entire like fight scene of the wall, I saw him take down one enemy and then die,
Yeah,
and then the
he.
enemy got back up
Yeah,
anyway.
he like drove his jet into like the spaceship, which was like protected, and it was like Batman, just dude, just this is out your league. Just go home, like, dude. That's fine. Like we can all accept that.
I mean, to be fair, that one's supposed to be a retired Batman, so
Yeah, but regardless, retired or not,
give him the benefit of the
every
doubt.
Batman is doing that. It's unfortunate.
But back to the actual talking about the Flash, because it's a Flash movie.
Yeah. So Vanilla, you haven't said much. Give us your points because I feel like you're just here like thinking.
so
I feel
this
like
is
he's had
the
enough time to
Flash's
think.
this is the Flash's like first movie, right?
Yeah.
First solo movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, technically.
And he was in the Justice League movie.
Just
Yeah.
about.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, yeah,
Just about.
it's kind of.
He was there.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
He was there,
Yeah.
Okay,
but he didn't really get much screen time.
so this is basically his origin movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you can say that.
Okay. So we got a Flash origin movie. We've
Oh,
got
sorry. I don't want to cut you off, but speaking of as well, now that you mention it, it is his origin movie, so they didn't even do it properly because they didn't show how he got his powers.
Yeah. Wait, hold up. Carry on.
I mean, that's a good point as well. I'm guessing they did that in the show. Did they do that in the show?
Yeah, they showed how he got his powers in the show.
I mean, they did show us how he got his powers in the movie. It was just lightning struck and
Yeah, they kind of sped run it.
Yeah.
okay. So we got a Flash origin movie featuring Batman and Supergirl
And Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah, she
and,
was in there. Yeah.
and Wonder Woman, I guess. First of all, I don't think Supergirl and Batman are necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like DC just did that to try and get more fans to go see the movie,
I
Yeah.
don't
like
think.
nostalgia
I don't know
purposes.
if it's about going to see the movie. It just felt like, especially with the way they were trying to tell the story, it was impossible to tell that story without Superman and without Batman and some form of Superman being there. Because
No,
obviously
Well,
they
I don't
chose
think
to.
so. No, because
No, no,
that's what I
that's what I'm
mean.
I
Nah,
saying.
nah.
disagree as
No,
well.
no,
I
that's what I'm saying.
disagree. I disagree as
The
well.
way
Yeah.
type of story they're telling, because they've chose Zug as his enemy to fight.
Yeah, but that's not
That's
even
not
his
his
villain.
nemesis. That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. That's Superman's
So
nemesis.
that's you're
The-
agreeing
Yeah,
with
but
us
they,
it was
then.
a, yeah,
they didn't
that's what I'm
need
saying.
Supergirl or
That's
Batman.
what I meant. I just kind of went a roundabout way of saying of like the way that they chose to tell the story. It was impossible for Batman and super
Yeah,
and
but
some form of super Kryptonian to not be there because the enemy is a Kryptonian.
we're
Yeah,
saying
but why?
they shouldn't have been there at all. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
but they don't need to be that. What did
exactly.
Supergirl do?
no, they should have chose an actual Flash villain, which
Yeah,
I don't
for
really
his
know if any
origin
of them
story.
are like big
I
screen
don't know
worthy.
any
Like,
Flash
what
villains.
Flash villain is big screen worthy?
I don't know any
I
Flash
don't know
villains.
unless you choose
Period.
another speedster.
Freaking, I mean, Flash villains that are coming to mind are like Captain Cold,
Which
freaking Zoom,
yeah, but Captain
Theobald
Cold is
Thorne,
dumb.
Reverse Flash. Captain Cold is dumb.
It's dumb. No, he's dumb.
He's more of like a Deadpool type character, like an anti-hero
Yeah,
than like
he's
an
yeah,
He's
but
actual
like
villain.
Mr. Freeze. Is he like
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
he's kind of like Mr. Freeze basically,
It's just dumb.
but he doesn't actually have the powers. He just has a freeze gun.
Yeah, he just has a gun.
he doesn't even have powers.
he's a normal person?
Yeah,
He's
he's a normal guy
person
with a
a
gun.
freeze gun.
So that's not
He's like
even
a-
that's not worth wasting
he
our
rich?
movie on. No.
Is he rich like Lex Luger or something?
No,
No, he's
no.
not rich. He's a robber.
smart.
That's the story. He robs banks.
Okay, so he's a no-no.
Exactly. That's like me just showing up saying I got a gun now.
I mean,
I'm a
if you're gonna
super
say
villain.
like villains who actually make sense for him because he's obviously super speed, then we're looking at like freaking Zoom, Reverse Flash, Godspeed, all those type of speedsters.
I
Or
mean,
if you're saying, sorry, go on.
Unknown actually said this at the end of the movie because we saw it together. He was like, the only villain that makes sense is another form of the Flash,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
another speedster.
since it's
But I
time
think they had
travel.
to like start coming up with other villains for him because it would get boring fast to just see
No,
him
but even
fighting
yeah, but
speedsters.
even with
But
that, like
other villains don't make sense for
do,
him.
do you know why that wouldn't get boring? Because it's his origin movie, right? He could lose, and we would
Mm.
understand why he lost. And it would make us almost be like, oh yeah, like there has to be another one. If they go about it the right way, he can lose and almost lose everything, and then you can have a second movie where Batman comes in and it's like he's the like dude, like yeah, you lose everything, but it's not the end of the world. Like you can like
Speaking of as
like,
well,
it can
you know
be
how
something like
you
that.
know that that movie needed a speedster was the way of them telling of how his mother died didn't even make sense because it's like they showed her having a knife through her heart, but it's like okay, what the frick happened though?
Yeah, like
Like
they
they
came
never
to
actually
rob the
explain what
house.
happened.
They came to rob the house, stabbed her, and
Like
as
who
soon
came
as
to rob the house?
as soon
like,
as the dad got there, it was
like you're
like
telling me they came to rob the house, but he didn't hear anything upstairs.
yeah, and also like the dad got home and she was just like on the
Like,
floor.
and
it
also,
was
yeah,
like-
the dad got home, and then his instant reaction is to put his fingerprint all over the murder weapon.
Yeah,
and all
no, he
over
did
her
it.
instead of calling
No,
the
you're right.
police.
He did it. He did it. He had to do it.
He had to do it.
It just makes no
There was no one
sense.
else there. I don't blame the justice system for putting him in jail. There was no one else there.
No, if I walk home and my housemate's dead on the floor with the murder weapon right next to him, I'm not gonna grab the murder
The
weapon and
first,
pick
my
him up
first
and be like,
action
"Oh
isn't
my
to like
god."
grab the murder weapon and to, like put my fingerprint all over them. It's like it's gonna be to call the ambulance and the police for
No, but do you
help.
know who would do that though? Someone who did it and doesn't want to, like, wants to get away with it, and it's like, "Oh no, I
Exactly.
live here. I just panicked and
You know
picked
what
it
I
up."
would do? I'd just go back outside and then wait for
Go
someone else to
go
find the
back
body.
outside, get in the car, mute
Wait
it
for
into the
someone
Yeah,
else
city.
to
drive
find the
away.
body.
Drive away. Go have a coffee or something. That way I have an alibi.
Oh yeah, true. Go to the coffee shop, look at all the cameras, and smile.
Exactly.
You know what else I don't get? So he went to the store to get a can of tomatoes, right?
Yeah.
First of all, I don't know if he drove to the store or if he walked. Either way, though, you're telling me none of his neighbors could alibi him of like, oh yeah, I saw him drive away
Nah,
at
nah, nah,
this
nah. Yeah,
time,
no, because
and I saw him come back at this
I
time.
never see my neighbors leave the house. I hardly see my neighbors leave the house.
But no one
Always
on the
see my
street
neighbors in the
can
house.
say that, oh yeah, I saw him leaving the house or I
Yeah,
saw him
no, 100%.
coming into the
I
house at
agree
this
with
time.
that. Nah, it's hard.
And also another point. See the evidence that the Flash claimed that his dad was innocent was him in the shop
Yeah,
with the security footage,
yeah,
but he had his head down.
yeah.
Are you telling me that shop only had one security camera? There was no other
I think there
security
are
cameras
some
in the
shops
shop.
that
True.
also only have,
No,
but the main
no.
thing
Yeah,
as
but
well
that
is like
looked like a big
any
shop.
Yeah,
shop
that was a big shop.
always has a camera like right behind the cashier
Exactly.
that always captures your face. So I don't know what the frig was going on in that store.
That's a big store as well because we
That
saw him
store
in
was
there.
quite big, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we saw him. Like he looked like he had to look for where the tomatoes were and where. And it was like when his mom was walking away, you could see a lot of aisles, and it was like it was quite busy as well.
like yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're telling me at any point in that him walking, he didn't look up once.
Also, he
Like
should
he
have
seems like he's
he should
trying to be
he should have the
suspicious.
cashier to be able to vouch for him.
Oh, that's also I forgot about that. Yeah, he should have because the cashier should recognize him and be like, "Oh yeah, he was here at this time, this time." Dude, so many inconsistencies as well
Yeah.
in
Why
just
is
that
there
little
only
part.
one camera at the store? Also,
And
wait,
And
hold
even
up.
if there were
on the tomato aisle as
that's what I'm
well.
saying. I was gonna
Why
say if there was
the
gonna be
cameras
one
in the store?
camera, wouldn't it be behind like the cashier or the
No, no,
till
it's by
where
the
they can watch
tomatoes.
the
The
people
entrance.
coming in, going
No,
out?
it's by the
Yeah, exactly.
tomatoes. No, it's by the tomatoes, guys. The camera has to be by the tomatoes.
The tomatoes are important.
It has to be.
The
People,
most
do you
lucrative
know how many
items
people
in
come
that
in here and
store.
steal the tomatoes, guys? We need to protect the tomatoes.
Forget about the cash. Like no one's gonna come into the store and just
It's
instantly
the
go for the cash.
tomatoes.
The tomatoes are the money makers.
I think the rest of the cameras were in on it. They like they turned off. They were like, we're not working today. And just that one was like not aware. He was like, oh snap, guys, like there's
It's like,
someone
oh
here.
no, everyone forgot to invite me to the party. You didn't tell me what was going
Nah,
on.
yeah, no, I completely agree. Like I think it was that there were a lot of weak points because even then, like if he drove
'Cause
to
the
the
thing is as
store,
well, yeah,
if
that's what
he
I'm saying.
like
For the
there's gonna be
series,
cameras.
it made sense because as soon as you put a speedster into that, all that kind of makes sense because like, oh, he's a speedster, he can just super speed everything and just set him up like that.
Yeah. Yeah, true, yeah. Yeah.
Because you can see in the series that the dad was at home, like he
Yeah.
he saw the whole the freaking what do you call it, the whole lightning stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
then like he just felt like a whoosh past him, and then that was it. So he got set up legit. This dad just didn't really get set up. He did it. He did
No,
it.
he did it. I just think they just forgot to tell him that he actually did it. I think they forgot. And okay, cool. I want you guys to just say three things you actually enjoyed about that movie.
Three things.
Yeah.
Uh, I might need a minute to think about this one.
You got anything else you want to say, Vanilla, about that movie?
I think that's enough.
Uh, just three things that I liked about it.
Yeah, or if you have any final points you want to say quickly, and then we'll go
I
to the
actually
three
did
things.
I liked Kara.
Why, as in you found her
Um,
attractive, or you liked her character?
No, I liked her. I mean, they didn't do much with her, the same as Batman, because she shouldn't have been there in the first place.
Yeah.
But I did like her. One scene that I liked is when Zod tells Kara that he killed Superman as a baby,
I
and
don't
then
think
she
he said he
starts to
killed
cry.
Superman. He just said he
The
didn't
baby didn't
survive.
make it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
yeah,
didn't make it, which
yeah.
is.
He said the baby didn't make it.
But he said he tried to extract the blood from the baby,
Yeah, yeah. So he did say he
which
killed
is
the
why he
Superman.
didn't
Yeah,
make it. So he basically killed Superman
yeah,
as
Yeah.
a baby.
Mm.
So
But you
when he
know what's
told her
funny
that,
though is like he said that so their parents made it that her blood is the key to unlocking Krypton and everything.
yeah.
I feel like if they made it to the point where like the quantity of blood needed would kill her, that's kind of messed up on her parents' side. Because they're saying in order for Krypton to be revived, oh, don't worry, but just make sure our daughter
No, I didn't
sacrifices
think. I
herself
don't
and
think it was
dies.
the quantity of the blood needed. I think he was just gonna kill her regardless.
Which is a bit
Because
of a freaking
why would you keep her alive though?
just let her live her life. Like
No,
he could have just extracted the blood needed and just kept it pushing. Like, and she would have just stayed on Earth and
he's a
lived her life.
bad guy, Arrow. He's not gonna
literally.
just
I
let
know
her
he is,
live.
but that's what I'm saying. Bad guys with stupid ass like
No,
convictions
you're
because it
stupid. Because
doesn't make
no, you're
sense.
stupid. Because if you leave her and you go, oh yeah, I got the blood now, bye. What you think she's just gonna be like, Fairs, I lost, unlucky, see you next week. She's gonna come back.
Well, I believe if they came to an
Duh.
understand, if they came to an understanding.
Of course she's gonna come back. What do you think this
But the
is?
thing is, though, why does he even want Krypton? Is what I'm seeing. There's a lot of stuff that I didn't know that they didn't really explain.
He,
Because this is a Flash movie, so having Superman, Kryptonian related stuff in it just poses too much questions. Because it's like, okay, first of all, why do you want to revive Krypton? Is there something specific on Krypton that you want, or is it do you just want to be able to dominate the whole planet of Krypton? So you needed to come be able to like revive civilization. Like, what is your goal?
yeah,
What is your
I think
point
it
of
was to
like?
bring Krypton back. I think he
I
made that
think
quite
in
For
clear.
them,
the
for him to rule, or to just
here's the
because he
problem though.
missed Krypton.
In the original Superman movie, General Zod's a general, and he was tasked to like protect Krypton.
Yeah,
Basically, he just wants it back. Like he was raised as a kid, indoctrinated. All he has to do, or knows how to do, is protect Krypton. So that's literally from a baby till now. That's what they indoctrinated him with. So
But he
in
just
terms
wants
of
Krypton back, and he wants to be able to protect Krypton.
yeah.
So that's what I'm
motivation,
saying. He technically didn't need to be a villain because he could have just. Because I'm pretty sure freaking Superman and Kara would want their planet back as well. So he could have just
No,
told her,
no,
"Oh, your blood is needed
no.
to
Because
revive
that's the
but
Krypton.
he
point.
wanted to
Let's
destroy Earth
go."
as well.
Exactly. The
So
thing
see
is,
why?
because he
'Cause that's
needs
what I'm saying.
somewhere for them
He's
to
a
Arrow,
live.
villain, but you need a reason to do stuff. Like you can't
Bro,
just be
you're
like,
not
I'm
he
just
was
gonna
gonna
listening.
destroy it.
terraform Earth into Krypton.
Exactly, Arrow. That's what he was gonna do.
Got
Because
it.
Krypton got
Okay.
destroyed.
See, they didn't give that kind of backstory
So
in the Flash
he
movies.
Yeah,
needs, and
the
they did.
backstory happened in Superman.
Exactly. Literally.
They expect you to come with prerequisite knowledge. What
Yeah,
kind of movie is
literally.
Yeah,
that? This is starting to come like Marvel now.
No, but Marvel makes sense because I guess Marvel's just the better of the worst.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
DC is
it's just
starting to act like Marvel now because Marvel expects you to come with prerequisite knowledge for a lot of their movies now as well.
I think.
With the whole Disney Channel and not that Disney
Oh
Channel,
yeah,
the
yeah,
Disney
true. Disney
and like
Plus
the
and
original series stuff and Disney
yeah,
Plus and stuff.
yeah. I just think DC have a long way to go because I do like the DC heroes. I like
Dude,
them
the
a lot.
DC heroes are so
Apart from
much
Batman.
cooler, but
Apart
their
from Batman.
stories in the movies aren't as good for some reason.
Yeah.
Like they have so much potential, but they're just not doing it right.
Yeah, I just don't like Batman. Just in case anyone thought
I like
I
Batman.
don't like Batman.
I'm Team Batman,
I don't like Batman. So
but I
so
don't think I think that's one thing that you liked. I still
yeah.
think you got two more. Vanilla. I think you got two more.
If you can't think of two more, we'll stick to one.
Yeah, I think we might have to stick to one.
I mean, even with that scene when she uses the eye lasers, I think they could have exploited that a bit more because it was really quick. It was only like 3 seconds long. I think they could have dragged that out a little bit longer. In terms of two more things, I don't think I can come up with two more things.
That's fair, dude. That's fair.
All right, fair enough. Arrow, have you got anything?
I think I already said one, which was the way they did the sphere for the going back in time thing.
Oh yeah, true, yeah. I think I would probably settle with The suit. I thought the suit was alright. I don't know. There's not really much there.
Honestly, that movie was 2 hours long, but it felt like a blip. Like as soon as you finished watching it, you were like,
What
"Wait,
happened?
did I
Like,
really just
yeah,
spend 2 hours on that?"
yeah, like, and not even not in a good
It
way
felt like
there.
it genuinely felt like a 2 minute story
Yeah, it felt
because
like
it's
it could
like
have been.
because I don't know, maybe it's the way I'm thinking about it, but most of the time when I watch movies, I kind of try and think about like I think about it in terms of like the memorable parts, so I can like kind of like timestamp stuff that I really liked in the movie.
Yeah,
And thinking about it for the Flash, it's like cool orb time machine thing. Oh yeah, at the end he meets the version of himself that kicked him out of the Speed Force. Okay,
yeah,
oh the
yeah.
movie's over. That's it. So
To
it felt super quick.
Yeah, I did think that when he got pushed out of the Speed Force, I thought that was gonna be like another supervillain that he had to
I
face
thought
as
that
well.
was gonna be the super villain. I thought that was gonna
Yeah,
be
yeah,
honestly they could have spun that. They could have gone with that version. I
yeah,
don't know why they
yeah,
didn't keep that
yeah.
because he could have kept coming after. I thought it was gonna be like a he kept coming after him
Yeah, I
because
thought
it
that's
disrupted the time
yeah, I thought that's why
variant
he
thing.
wasn't gonna be able to get home. I thought it was gonna be that
Yeah,
guy keep kicking him out. I thought he was just gonna keep his powers. Then after like 20 minutes, try go back home again. That guy's gonna
because I
kick
don't
him
know
out
how
again.
much you watched the Flash series for, but you know when he travels, uses the Speed Force to travel through time,
Yeah, yeah,
and there's like the time rates that come
yeah,
after
yeah,
him.
yeah, yeah,
I thought it was gonna be something like that, where it's like someone sent by the Speed Force to hunt him down,
yeah.
because obviously he's messing with time, and now he's trying to fix stuff because he thinks he can fix everything, but eventually he realizes that he can't fix it, so he lets the time rate Speed Force sent villain thing catch up to him, so he can fix everything. Da, 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 da. None of that happened, and then
Yeah,
at the end it
literally.
was like, oh no, it was just the other version of me that. And for some reason, they just randomly decided to create a paradox for like no reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I did think that oh, I forgot what I was gonna say now. I did think they had some moments where you definitely felt like the movie could have gone somewhere, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
but then they kind of just
Overall,
killed that real
yeah,
quick.
I don't know where they're gonna go from here now. To be honest, I think we've.
Yeah, honestly, I'm thinking like like what? Because even with the cliffhanger that they gave, how would the next movie even look like? Like,
I
what
don't
would
know.
be the premise
I think that's just the Aquaman
What
movie.
cliffhanger? What cliffhanger was this?
of like
Oh, the Batman.
Batman? Yeah, the Batman one, the Batman not being the young Batman,
Being
still,
George
but still
Clooney.
being,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't think that was much of a cliffhanger.
The thing is as well, like he says he learned his lesson, but he didn't because he still messed with time and put the tomatoes on the top shelf instead of where
that's
they
not
belong.
enough. That's not enough to mess up the whole timeline. Come
No,
on.
that is though.
No, it's
That's what
not.
I'm
It
saying.
can't be.
It's
It can't be.
no, no. That's what I'm saying. It's the whole thing of like the butterfly effect is changing one little thing messes with a lot of different stuff. So that's what I'm saying. Is like, bro, just you need to come to terms with the fact that your dad needs to be in prison. You getting him out or you saving any either one of your parents messes up something. That's what I'm like. That's how I see it anyway.
Yeah, no, I get what you're trying to say. I just think, okay, in terms of him moving the tomato to the top so that his dad looks at the camera, I guess maybe for someone else, it meant that that tomato had. But come on, man, like just let it be. It's a
Like I
tomato.
know he
Like, come
wants a
on,
win,
man.
but you don't always get a win. All right,
Nah, man,
that's
I don't know.
like because I expect the movie to end with him coming back and then just you know admitting to himself that okay maybe I know my parents are innocent, but maybe it's just I just have to live with this. It's
Yeah,
supposed to make me this pain is supposed to make me a better superhero and more vigilant and make me a better person. And it made me who I am today,
I
and I'm
think
okay with it.
I
But
think it could have just been
apparently
a.
that's not how it goes.
It could have just been a thing. What's it called? Um. Oh, I've just lost it.
Was it along the lines of it could have just been a thing of him wanting to save his dad?
No, it could have just been a thing of like, yeah, he's like you said, yeah, his dad's gonna be in prison. But then it could have just been a thing of like, let's just look at the other cameras. Like he could have just got back and been like, oh snap,
No, because if there was like, let's look at the other cameras, there would have had to be other cameras. Then it
yeah,
would have ruined the entire movie because it would mean there's no need for a movie
Yeah,
because
yeah,
the
dumb.
other
That's
camera
right.
should have
No,
picked him up
dumb
in the
right.
very
Yeah, yeah,
first
yeah.
place.
Exactly, exactly. That would have been funny if they did that. That would have been absolutely hilarious if they did that, just to
It's
prove
like,
that.
oh yeah, there's this one camera that we forgot about
Yeah,
that we didn't know
yeah,
existed.
exactly. Yeah.
Oh, you know what they could
In the
have
movie's
done?
defense,
You know what they could have
in the
done
mo-
that would have been
Wait,
like there
hold on.
still
I
would have
think
been
I think Vanilla's trying to talk. What'd you say?
in the movie's defense, the original footage of the camera was there was a problem with it. So the other cameras could have had that problem as well.
no, but the thing is, they said there was a problem with it, but then the whole premise was that oh, now that they have modern technology, they were able to enhance it so they can see him. But then the problem with that was that he never lifted his head. So if the other cameras had that problem, they would still would have been able to enhance it and then see his face. So that's what I'm saying. So I just like obviously the whole him going to prison would still have happened, but the whole movie would have been irrelevant because he would have been able to get out of prison as soon as he got his hands on that camera footage.
I
So the whole start of the movie would have been void, but basically
I think Vanilla just tried to help the movie out, and you just completely
Yeah.
he
diss
did.
it. Yeah.
He did, but
Yeah.
honestly, there's no help in this movie. I was gonna say something that would have still been a plot hole, but would have made a lot more sense was that like if they if they somehow him messing around in the shop and then maybe he accidentally looks across the like outside the door across the street and saw that the like opposite building had like a secret camera or something that the police and everyone else missed. And then he ends up finding out, oh, there's a secret camera right there that I can go get a footage of him coming out of the store for.
Oh
That
yeah,
would have
yeah,
been a better plot than
yeah,
freaking what they tried to do.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, I'll be honest with you. You're not a director. You're not a writer. So what do we know?
That's true.
What do we
That's
know?
true. What do we know?
Exactly. For we're
I mean, it
just
would have been
We're
nice if
just
his
three
mum
random
died
guys.
and his dad stayed in prison at the end of the movie. It's like, just to teach him. I'm not even joking. Just to teach him that you shouldn't be messing with time. There's
yeah.
nothing you can
It
do,
it doesn't matter how fast you are. Just deal with it.
True.
and hopefully he can learn to deal with the consequences of his actions and become a better person.
I think
'Cause-
I think that was the point premise. That was the point they were trying to aim at with that last bit as well. Like even that little adjustment is gonna impact
I think it's the
everything.
point they were trying to aim at, but they should have just they should have just nailed it down and just brought it home by just actually, instead of aiming at it, just do it.
Yeah, but it's a lot easier said than done when you're trying to make a And oh, sorry, I know we're trying to. trying to wrap it up, but what really annoyed me was they had a lot of scenes just for the trailer. Like there were a lot of trailer scenes there that it was like
Yeah, like
it looked really
literally
cool in
every
the trailer.
running scene was just trailer material.
Yeah, but it just
pretty much.
when I watched it back, I was like, what was this for? Like this
'Cause
is
even the running scenes is like he doesn't it. I don't know. Maybe it's like the camera cuts and stuff.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like he's running with a purpose until he gets to where he's going.
Did you get the bit where like he basically tried to electrocute himself again to get the powers? And then
Yeah.
he basically died, and then Kara like took him up to God knows where. Don't know what that
I
did.
don't know how that
Yeah, I
worked
don't know
because
how that
the
worked,
the
yeah.
whole origin of him getting his powers is that the chemicals mixed with lightning gave him his powers.
Yeah,
So how the frig did Kara taking him up to the hemisphere or the atmosphere and him getting struck directly by lightning helping?
I'm not gonna lie, she killed him in my book. He's dead.
Because the thing is as well, he only really came back to life when the other him touched him and kind of acted like a jump start
Yeah,
for his
no,
powers.
but he's dead.
But he basically killed him because he is not the lightning isn't like the only crucial material in him getting his powers. The chemicals are also important as well.
Yeah, and also, last thing, a bunch of those babies died in the first scene.
I was gonna say I was just about to mention,
bunch of those
especially
babies
the one in the
died.
microwave,
He's dead.
especially the one in the microwave because you know why? He put him in the microwave, but the explosion with the heat should have still made the microwave super hot.
Yeah, the baby's dead.
So that baby should be
Dead. Honestly, that was just poor. She just left them. If he ran away, no one would have known he was there.
Plus, there was like hella shrapnel around, so
Yeah.
them babies should have got some type of cuts.
Yeah, no. If he had ran away, no one would have known, and it would have been fine. But anyways,
I
overall,
think the guy sitting behind the chair would have known.
I think
I think that was Alfred, was it? I
yeah,
think?
yeah. overall, we give the movie a solid 8 out of 10. We'll be there.
What? I don't know what movie you're watching. What discussion you are taking part in.
I definitely recommend that movie to other people for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Like honestly, it's always gonna be my first recommendation for movies to watch now.
Exactly, I respect it.
It's gonna be an age-old classic. Like, it's gonna be bigger than Back to the Future, honestly, I think.
Exactly. But anyways, yeah, that's it. Any last
Any
thoughts?
final statements, Vanilla?
Unnecessary.
I like that one word to end it all. Unnecessary. What's yours, Ara?
Back to the Future.
Okay.
Was more than one word, but
Yeah.
and do you want to say yours so we can wrap it
I
up?
was thinking, I'll go with stupid.
Unorthodox.
No, stupid. I'll go with stupid.
Yeah, that works.
All
All
right.
right. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed.
We see you in the next one then.
Let us know what your thoughts are in the comments below. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm curious to actually see if we can find someone that likes the movie.
We probably will. Not on
I
our
don't
page
know
though.
how we would.
Not on our
but-
page.
I've seen comments of people who. So there was a like YouTube poll of which movie did you enjoy better, Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man, or The Flash, and some people actually said The Flash. I was alarmed at how many people said The Flash.
Oh,
What,
put it
you
up.
mean like
Can we see
Spider-Man
it?
Into the Spider-Verse?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that was our
What?
next. That was our next discussion as well.
That's gonna be
Can
our
you
next
put the
discussion,
poll up?
but what?
I don't think I'll be able to find it.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
That's
That's crazy.
ridiculous.
Alarmed.
That is.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah. To be fair, they're both. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna
Nah,
say.
I
Yeah.
think Spider-Man. No, that's not. Nah,
Mm.
Spider-Man's definitely better.
I don't know.
Nah, I think
In
it's
terms of
definitely
time
better.
wasting, I think Spider-Man
In
did a
terms of
much
time
better job.
wasting,
I think Spider-Man did a
it
much
did
better
a
job.
much better job for sure. Yeah, exactly.
Were you upset when Spider-Man ended?
I was just confused.
Exactly. It's
I
exactly
thought I
our
was watching
point.
a TV
what?
series for a second.
Exactly our point.
Were you upset because it ended without a resolution?
Not without resolution. It just didn't really like hint at there was gonna be a second part to it until literally it ended, and I'm like, I'm like, I felt
So
like
did-
Oliver Twist. I was like, please, sir, can I have some more?
Did it
Like,
make you
no.
feel like a lot of the movie was wasted?
I did feel like I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. For a little bit, I felt like I wasted my time because I was like, if you told me there was gonna be a part two, I wouldn't have been in such a rush to watch this. I would have waited
Will you
until the
see-
second part was out.
Will you see the next movie though?
Oh yeah, I'll see the next movie for
But-
sure. I'll probably
Exactly.
find like a
I
couple
don't
hours
want
to
to
kill.
watch. I don't want to watch the next Flash movie. I was relieved when it ended.
I was relieved.
I was relieved.
I'm quite surprised. I want to know who those
I mean,
people are.
I feel like that's what I'm saying. I would watch the next movie just to kind of see what they did with it.
No, but I'm not paying.
They carried on.
Yeah, I'm not paying
Of
to
course
watch
not.
it.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, we're not paying.
Yeah, I'm not paying.
No,
What, for
I think the
next-
payment would be the
Why?
time I wasted watching it. But apart from that, we're not paying.
Like I wouldn't watch the next Flash movie in cinema.
No, absolutely not.
Oh, but we're going to though. Let's be honest.
No,
Y'all are probably going to, but I'm definitely not.
We don't want to.
We won't. We won't. We won't. I promise you that we won't.
Oh,
We'll
not in
see.
cinema.
We'll
Yeah,
see when
no,
it
not in
comes out.
cinema.
You know what would be funny is
Not
if
in
this is
cinema.
like a full-time thing that we're doing and we kind of been forced to watch it. It's like, okay, now we kind of have to.
Yeah, but not in cinema.
You
We'll
guys
see.
like Ezra Miller?
No,
Are we wrapping it up? now?
honestly,
Should
I feel but I feel like
What did you say, sorry?
Ezra Miller, the actor that played the Flash.
Oh no, because I thought Vanilla said something quickly. What did you say?
Do you like Ezra Miller?
Yeah, but you said, are we wrapping it up? Or can I?
Yeah, are we? Because I asked the question. So
We can just
I don't
keep
know if you
No,
talking
feel like
yeah,
that
no,
until we
or
it's
not.
feel
fine.
like
Yeah,
we're
yeah, it's
finished.
fine. I'll put it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. I don't know. I thought he was alright. I didn't. To be fair, I feel like him trying to act as he did both roles, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Him trying
I
to
mean,
do
he would have to.
the immature Flash and then the like slightly more mature Flash. It was kind of like I don't know. I think he
I
did
feel
alright. I
like
think he did
I've
alright. To
just
be
been
fair,
used. I think I'm just biased for sure
why
because I've just been used to the Grant Gustin. Is his name Grant Gustin from the normal
series,
Flash series? I've
dude?
been
I
used
think
to
you're the
him as
only
the
one
Flash,
who like.
and I think he really strikes me more as like a Flash
You,
than
I'm not gonna lie to you. I used to watch the
Ezra
Flash
Miller did.
series, but I just stopped watching it once I saw those reviews, and they enlightened me on
But I
how dumb
think
it
I
is.
think
I don't know
the
how you
okay,
still
but
watch it.
which one would you say would you think is looks better as a couple? The Flash Iris and
Oh, the Flash
Alan
series, yeah, the Flash
Barry
series,
or
yeah, the
the
Flash
movie
series.
Barry and
No, the Flash
Iris?
series look much better as a couple, but
Yeah,
that's because the Iris in the Flash series is much more attractive.
it's true.
Exactly. So,
And Grant Gustin in the Flash series as well is much more attractive.
Ayo, what?
I'm just saying, you have to be objective about these things.
If that's your type, that's your type.
Hey, listen, if I was, then you know.
What were you saying? So, because Vanilla, you asked if we like the actor. Why was that?
I just think he's miscast as the Flash. To be honest, I haven't seen the CW show,
Oh yeah, don't waste your time.
but that guy
No, no, no,
looks
let
more
him watch it.
flashy than Ezra
It's a
Miller.
masterpiece.
He looks more what? Sorry.
He
He looks
looks more
more Flash,
flashy.
I think is what he
Oh
said.
yeah,
I just
probably to
think
be
they did a
fair.
bad job casting Flash.
You see, that's what I'm saying. He embodies more Flash than what the movie Flash did.
I guess.
It might also be down to writing as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's what I mean. I just think that if the whole movie wasn't great, I don't think he had much to work with.
But you know what's crazy though
Like they had a
is
scene. Sorry to cut you off quick. They had a scene in the Snyder Cut Justice League where the Flash was just running up and down, motivating people to get up the stairs quicker. Like, what is that scene? Because he can't pick
hey
them up.
he
He just runs
he's
beside them, goes all the way to the top, then runs all the way back down next to them, saying, "Come on, guys, we can do this." And it's like, yeah, you're the Flash. Of course you can do it. These people are
I'm like,
old. They've just
the
been beat
time you're
up on.
spending, you could have moved like 5, 6 people
No,
already,
but he
right?
can't. He can't. They in the movie series they establish he can't move people.
He can't move people.
Yeah, he'll kill them.
Oh,
Yeah, he
because
can't
of
like
the
yeah,
whiplash.
yeah, he can't like move them physically. Like that's why whenever he helps people, he like just gently guides them like into
Mm.
like falling or whatever. He can't
Didn't he
actually.
move someone like at the very beginning of the Flash movie?
No, I don't think he
Like
did.
first of all the babies, and
No,
second
he
of all the
didn't. See,
nurse.
he didn't move them. He guided them to fall down softly.
Got
Remember
it. Okay, and
they
then he
fell
kind
on.
of just
Yeah,
caught
yeah,
them while I
exactly.
was.
Yeah, like he
Those
caught them
babies are
mid-air.
still dead for
Oh no,
sure.
they died. Yeah, no, no.
For sure.
I don't know where they were. Who were they trying to trick? They weren't tricking me. Those
I,
babies
d-
dead.
I don't know who they're
Yeah,
trying to trick.
I was just like, yeah, it's unlucky. At least he tried, but they died. Them babies gone.
But you know what I was gonna say is, you know what's crazy is the fact that this Flash series is still going on.
No,
It's on
it's
like
not. It's
season
ended now.
9
It's
now.
ended. Yeah, it's ending on season 9.
Yeah, and I'm like, how the freak did you even get to 9 seasons?
I don't know. I don't know.
Because you know, I can't remember what his YouTube channel name is, but the guy that you're on about that points out like
Yeah, yeah. Madvocate. Yeah,
the inconsistencies of it.
yeah.
He's right, but I still like the series regardless
Yeah, no, you
because
can. Yeah, but I think it's things like that. It's people like that. Like, even though the series isn't great, people are going to constantly keep checking in because they want to see how bad it is.
mm,
Do you get what I mean? So
yeah,
it's
for
stuff like
sure.
that. Yeah.
But honestly, though, like I feel like there was so many other villains they could have chosen for the movie that
Yeah.
would have
No,
worked way
100%.
better.
I think we can all agree on that.
Because initially, they just basically what they did was basically made that all about Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, all about Kryptonians.
Yeah, yeah. Essentially, that's what the big fight was at the end. It wasn't even
Yeah.
like a fight.
Not even just the big fight, because the whole thing was, as soon as the events started happening, they spent so much time trying to find Superman, because he spent time trying to find Batman and find Batman, and they spent so much time trying to find Superman, then they found Kara, then they had to basically unpack the whole trauma of Kara trying to,
Yeah,
you know, find a liking for humanity, even though all they did for us kept it trapped in the bunker for like freaking God knows how many
why are you
years.
saying all they did? That's a lot.
No, but I said that's what I'm saying. They didn't really do anything good for her, because
Oh
the
yeah,
only
yeah,
thing
yeah,
she knows and all they did to her was keep her locked up. There was literally probably no human kindness being shown to
yeah,
her
yeah.
at
True.
all.
Yeah,
And and then she finally decides to save people. And the
she
only time that
dies.
was focused on the Flash in that big fight was just him trying to convince his younger self to stop trying to go back in time to change stuff.
Yeah, true. But anyways, I think we've had our little final points now. We're just circling back and forth about the same points. Um, it's been a decent debate, I guess. We all have,
I mean, is it a debate if everyone's in
yeah, we
agreement?
all have an agreement of the Flash wasn't great. We'll definitely watch the next one though.
Oh, 100%.
Anyways, on that note, see you guys later next week.
In a bit.
Peace.